Today's video, as title suggests, is about employment, or should I say unemployment. Although what is interesting about unemployment in India is in June last month, the unemployment rate dropped to 7.7%. In May, it was at I think 8.4 or 8.5%. So that's a positive change that has happened. But today's video is more about you and me and how we can go about when it comes to job hunting, because sooner or later we always reach that stage where we wonder whether we can do better in some other job for various reasons, right? Uh, so one reason why we are kind of terrible when it comes to job hunting is because we don't understand what is really required, because there's a clear gap in our understanding of what is the supply and where is the demand. So what we end up doing is we use the same template and expect a different outcome, which is not going to happen. So I'm going to share 3 4 pointers which uh, which is, to the best of my understanding, helpful. On LinkedIn, several people reach out to me asking me for tips on how to apply and how to go about when it, especially also in cases where people want to shift gears and they want to move into creative space, although they are in engineering or something like that. And how do you go about that? So, first thing first, we need to get rid of the old method. The old method says that you have to talk a lot about what you've done in the past. That is what a CV is, that is what a resume is. But we are fast approaching the world of AIs, where predictive behavior is much more, uh, you know, uh, essential than depending on what you've already done. Talking a lot about your past is not going to help, because the new organization, the new brand, the new company which you want to get into, they are interested in what you can do for them in the future. Like, what kind of uh, ideas do you have to solve this or that? That is what they are interested in. They don't really care what you have done in the past. Past is gone. So maybe one way to uh, the kind of edit the edit your CV, so to speak, is to put in pointers where you say that, okay, your organization has these issues and I can come in and I can solve it, I can fix it. And that might be a booster for you. They will look at you as a candidate who is thinking ahead and not stuck with laurels of the past. That is one method. Another thing is, we often wonder when to apply. Like, should we wait for the vacancies to show up, or how do you go about it? As far as I know, HR and recruitment are always flooded. They are already swamped, right? So it's very difficult to get through to them. Your CV most probably will end up in the pile of CVs, right? So to break the clutter, maybe a better way to do this is find the email ID, or you know message them directly on LinkedIn, or maybe find them on some other social media platform and tell the respective person that, see, this is what I'm capable of and this is what I'm interested in, and maybe if it's possible to get a one-on-one, because the moment you get an interview, you already get a step in, because you're able to express your ideas clearly. You can't do that through resume, through CV, even through portfolio. So getting that interview is very important, right? So see if you can do that. Don't wait for vacancies to show up, especially when you know how volatile the market is, right? And the best way to do this is now. That's how you go about it. You don't wait for the vacancies to show up. You you attack when there are no vacancies. So even if they don't have a vacancy for you, eventually they will, and they'll think of you because you reached out to them. Hopefully your stars will align and you might end up in the organization that you were interested in. That is the second pointer that I wanted to highlight. And the third thing is, you have to be very confident. Like, you can't you can't be half minded. You can't have you know this kind of dilemma that I want to do this or not. When you approach, you have to be very solid, so that the other person knows that you are capable of this or that, and you want to do this. Otherwise, you won't be taken seriously. Mm, More than half of this whole job hunting exercise is to show the best version of you, that you are capable and you are ready to take up challenges. You are ready to learn, unlearn, adapt, readapt, whatever it takes to get the work done. And that is, I think it's the most incredible part of job hunting. And how do you do that? You make sure that you take care of the first two steps that I mentioned. And these are from my experience. I'm pretty sure things are different in non-creative spaces, but it's important that you throw out the old methods and try new things. Because the more you read about AI and how things are going to be different in the recruitment world in the coming years, it's better to think about the future rather than being stuck in the past and thinking that you're better off sticking to the old methods. Maybe it's time to reinvent yourself.